Am I the asshole for wanting to go to the funeral of a girl that I helped get addicted to drugs? I'm 26 and clean from heroin for 3 years. I was also a piece of shit and used to deal for a while. I managed to get with a beautiful girl named Marcy when I first started getting into the thick of things. She knew who I was, but she said she loved me. I will regret this for the rest of my life, but I was the person who shot up Marcy for the first time. After that, there was no stopping her. She stuck around with me, probably because I was her dealer more than anything. But then I got clean and never saw her again for a long time. A year ago, she reached out to me on Facebook and told me that she had been clean for a few months, and she said that she didn't hate me for what happened, and she hoped I was still clean. Last week, I got a call from my sister who told me that she saw on Facebook that Marcy had odd, and there was a funeral service this upcoming Thursday. I immediately just burst into tears because I hoped that this would never happen, and I feel so much guilt over it. I want to go to the funeral service for her, but I'm afraid that my presence would be unwanted. At the most, I would just slip in the back, pay my respects and leave. I need to do this for myself. Am I the asshole for wanting to go? Response 1. You're not the asshole for wanting to go. You would be the asshole if you did go. Your presence would not be welcomed. Go mourn privately somewhere else. Also edited to add, it's a dick move to use this opportunity to do this for yourself, as you put it. Her family's not putting on a funeral to lessen the guilt of the person who got their child addicted to heroin. Find something else to do for yourself. Maybe talk about it at a Narcotics Anonymous meeting or something. Response 2. If yeah, go. You're the asshole. Sorry, dude. Hear me out, because I am saying this with a frame of reference. I unfortunately have had to deal with more than one opiate addict in my life. And even more unfortunately, had to cut more than one opiate addict out of my life. You can only help someone out so much. After a while it gets to the point you are enabling the addiction, and if they won't make the effort to let you help them into recovery, then you just have to cut ties. If you've never been there, you cannot fully understand. Anyway, I seriously begrudge those who exposed my one-time close friends to the drugs. Initially, no one is special, no one won't get hooked, and you knew when you stuck that needle in her arm. You knew the pain, you knew the withdrawals, and you knew the danger you were putting her in. You exposed someone you supposedly cared about to it. Her friends and family know. You knew all of that when you stuck that needle in her arm. They hate you, dude, and do not want you there. Do not go. Do not go. Do not go. I am genuinely glad that you got clean. I know it isn't easy. The fact that you are clean is only going to make the situation worse for her friends and family. You have your life, she doesn't. Do not pour salt into their fresh wounds. Going would be the most selfish thing you can do right now. Find another way to cope and get closure. I wish you well in your recovery. Getting clean from heroin is no small feat. Why? Oh, you should be proud in that regard, but you need to pay your respects in another way. Privately. Response 3. Not asshole. My daughter has struggled with addiction. Steve is the man who shot her up for the first time. She was 16 and he was 36. Should she die and he show up, I'd wish him luck making it out of the building. He would be very badly hurt by family members. Him being sober would mean absolutely nothing. Congrats on getting sober. She made her choice to let you shoot her up, always remember that. You helped her, but you did not force her into drugs. That said, let the family grieve a situation that they have played over and over again in their heads. They are grieving the person they lost when she fell into addiction. They don't need to be reminded of how her death happened, or how it started. Nothing good would come of it if you went. Don't let this be an excuse to relapse either. Keep your shit straight. Update. I want to sincerely thank everyone who commented. Everyone's comments were appreciated, including those that were less than pleasant. Since I received such great advice on my original post, I felt like I had an obligation to update. And I'm trying to follow through on all aspects of my life, even internet ones. The funeral service was held this past Thursday. Before then, I brought all the advice I received online and brought it to the real world. And talked to both my therapist and sponsor about how I was feeling and what I should do. My sponsor was straight with me and told me that I would be putting myself in danger by going and that I should do something else that day to grieve. When Thursday rolled around, I was a mess. I seriously considered both just going to the funeral or using again, but instead I grabbed my dog and we went on a road trip. We went to the beach and just hung out, the two of us. I'm doing okay this week, but obviously I'm still not doing great. I haven't reached out to any of Marcy's family and I don't plan to. I understand now how devastating that would be. That's it. Take care, everyone.